In 2008, the world watched as China hosted the Olympic Games for the first time in history in Beijing. London will host the Games this summer. We met some of the people who travelled to Beijing to watch the Games.
Obviously there's really quite a lot of pride. We were very proud to be hosting the Olympics, which is, it means so much, and it's a true worldwide event. And I thought that was really, really important for us.
That buzz that surrounds the Games, everybody's talking about it, and very intensive experience that you'll never forget. And once it's ended, you just feel like, oh, I'd like to go to the next one.
Visiting the Olympic site, it was there was such a good atmosphere. There was a lot of people there. Everyone was really happy. Everyone was really excited about the stadium being there. There was a lot of international people there as well.
From their experiences in Beijing, what is the driving force that makes them want to be a part of London 2012?
I have signed up for a volunteering project. I thought, being a Londoner now, having lived there for 6 years, I'm also very proud about the Olympics coming to London. So I thought it would be good to get involved in something during the Olympics where we're going to be helping tourists who have come to see the Games, provide them with a bit of information about Chinatown, London, the wider regions and the Games in general.
This year I'm going to be performing in the Olympic opening ceremony as a dancer. And it was actually one of the reasons why I decided to apply was going to the Olympic Stadium in Beijing inspired me to be involved more in the London 2012 Olympics, which I probably would have never thought about before if I hadn't have gone to Beijing and seen what an impact it had. And I'm looking forward to telling my children in the future that I was in it, and hopefully I'll be shown on TV, so I'll be able to see myself beamed out to billions of people across the world.
Getting involved in the opening ceremony is my dream ever. I think it is the dream for any performer. We're just motivated by that one moment when we imagine 80 million people will be watching us dancing in the middle.
The Olympic Games in London this summer will bring together volunteers of all ages, backgrounds and cultures. It will create new memories for all participants that they will remember for a lifetime. Elaine Wong, reporting for the BBC World Service.
"64 years has passed since Great Britain has held the last Olympics. London is now getting ready to host the Olympic Games once again, and Burma is invited."
So how many athletes from Burma do you think coming for Olympic?
I think there's another
5 or 6 Burmese Olympic player.
Maybe 10? Is that right?
To be honest, I'm really don't know about it. I'm so excited. We want the Burmese people to come over here, but I would be happy if I can see about 5 Burmese athletes.
Maybe around 10, 20. That's what I'm expecting, but I don't know the exact detail, unfortunately.
How do you feel about Burmese athletes?
Well, I think this is the first time I'm going to see on screen, so I feel quite exciting, and I wish all the best for them.
I hope that they will somehow make sure that to be the pride of our country, because the sport definitely brings the different people together, and I hope that we're going to be proud somehow that Aung San Suu Kyi, that we're going to be someone who we can support for.
How do you feel about Burmese athletes?
Well, they do have a long way to go. I'm quite sure everybody accepts the fact that they need a lot more training, but still they're trying, so we need to appreciate that.
I think if they get a chance, they will be very popular, because I do know about the Burmese. They're very intelligent, but they never get a chance. They will be very shy if they got a chance.
Will you support for them if they're coming?
Yeah, of course, definitely I will support our nation.
I will definitely support them as much as I can. I will buy tickets, and I will also buy the tickets for my friends as well, if they do definitely come over here.
Yes, definitely. This is where I come from. No matter whether they're good or they're bad, I'm still going to support them.
I can watch the television and then, yes, of course, support them. Yeah, from home, actually.
Of course I do. I'm Burmese. I never change. Yeah. So whatever they need, I will be the standby. Yes.
There are a lot of people who are passionate about supporting Burmese athletes. However, compared to British athletes, Burmese aren't well known. But hopefully in the future, people support them, not just because of their nationality, but because of what they achieve. This is Easy Reporting, BBC World Service.
With the Olympics coming up and the rising popularity of Chinese food, more people are going to visit Chinatown here in Leicester Square. But is London really serving traditional Chinese dishes? We interview Andrew, a Chinese chef in London.
The Chinese food that we have in London, bar about the past 5 or 6 years, is kind of a story of Chinese migrants, traditionally from Hong Kong, migrating to London in the 1970s. And so naturally, a lot of the food that we see now is based around Cantonese techniques, evolved and twisted in a way to suit British palates.
I think in terms of Cantonese food, it's really, really nice. It's really good.
If you're looking for different regions that specialise in different, you've got the dim sum, you've got the Szechuan, you've got the noodle places you can go down there, which are really, really good, I think, yeah.
Sometimes it does annoy me if it's adapted, because obviously you want to go with the culture, you want to go with it full on.
It's very hard to say because I've never been to China, so I don't know what real original Chinese food is like.
If you go around the world, you go throughout the whole of Europe, you go to America, Chinese food is evidently going to have its slight differences in whichever country you go to, none of which are probably really representative of what you would get in China.
I think it tastes lighter, not that salty in China.
I think that it's better to have an original dish because if you eat Chinese, then it's better to eat like Chinese people.
There's a lot more to Chinese cookery than luminous orange sauces and a wok. 70–80% of people who claim to enjoy Chinese food in Western cultures most likely wouldn't enjoy food that they were getting served in China. That's just a fact.
So would you prefer a Chinese dish that has been adapted, or would you want the real deal? Or maybe like me, you just want to have some crispy duck. This has been Sam Uren reporting.
The Festival of Burmese Music comes to London. The lead musician, Thierry Mama, 19-time gold medalist of state competitions in Burma, is rehearsing his premiere performance.
Before I came to UK, I've rehearsed some good music, not only for the Burmese audience, but also for the British.
I think British people don't really know about Burmese culture, and they should. I love all the percussion instruments, the drums, especially the round ones, where you sit and play.
As a part of the Cultural Olympiad, the Burmese music will be performed in Battersea Park.
Yes, we are performing in Cultural Olympiad. However, we will be only playing gong and xylophone along with musicians from other Asian countries.
These Burmese musicians could not be here in London without the help of the Venerable monk, Ashin Uotara.
This is a rare opportunity to promote the Burmese music internationally. It's also a tremendous job to carry out this burden alone. I'd just like to show to the world that our culture is as sophisticated and rich as others.
The monk has been collecting the traditional instruments over the past 5 years for the Burmese community, but there was no one who can play the traditional instruments properly until the musicians came to London.
Overseas Burmese are not having the chance to see Burmese orchestra quite often. So this is the chance, and my main purpose is to show them the ornate sign, and symbol.
As well as playing for the community, the musicians are contributing the music lessons to the younger generation. Even though the Burmese musicians will be leaving London after Olympics, their legacy will remain with the London Burmese community to keep their music alive from generation to generation. Susuma, BBC London, reports.
The number of international students around the world is continuing to rise sharply. China has become the firecracker in this market. There are more than 440,000 Chinese students abroad. The UK is the second biggest destination for them, being 8,000 miles away. We are interested in what students have brought with them in order to prevent culture shock. So, how do they fit China into a suitcase? Today, we visited a flat rented by a group of Chinese students to find out the answer.
From China, I bring rice cooker, many cosmetics from Korea and Japan.
In China, girls tend to prefer lighter skin. There's an old saying, a white complexion is powerful enough to hide 100 faults. So many of them bring skin lightening cosmetics as they are hard to find here.
And I also bring
Some even bring sanitary towels for the reason they think the Western size might be too large.
sanitary towel, which is from China, a special sanitary towel.
Many parents worry their children might not get medical treatment immediately, so they prepared Chinese medicines for different situations.
What I drink here is the banlangen, and it is also the powder, I think. Yes, it is good to your house and when you feel cold, and it is for the sometimes I use it like to drink a tea.
Although there are no official guidelines, Chinese students tend to bring the same items over, most commonly rice cookers and Chinese medicines. Although rice cookers are available in the UK, you can never stop Chinese students bringing more for various reasons. To make a simple Chinese dish, all you need are rice, ginger and spring onions, chicken, stir and serve. But most importantly, you need a
traditional Chinese knife. This one is easy to cut meat with bones.
Many Chinese students get homesick. It's a common issue with international students.
I brought a lot of things like reference books and some courses. But I have also taken my family photos. This is my whole family, and I have also bring some boxes of teas, which is Prime Minister Wen, Jiabao Wen's favorite tea. And this is a stamps album of China in 2010. It's really beautiful, and I took this as a gift to my friends. Such as someone who haven't been to China before. This is quite special because this is a stone from my hometown. It's called Yuhua stone. Each stone have unique patterns, and it's really nice and beautiful. If you put it in the water, it will be much clearer and bright than look in this way. And Every time when I saw these stones, I will miss my family, miss my hometown.
Wherever you are in the world, you will always have a piece of your home in your heart and in your suitcase. Queenie Nee reporting for BBC World Service.